This is a Transportation TV News update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting. President Obama's fiscal 2011 budget was released this week. It proposes record spending of $3.83 trillion, including $1.4 trillion in discretionary spending, $2.2 trillion in mandatory spending on entitlement programs, and $251 billion in interest on the national debt. Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood says the president's budget, which sets aside $78.8 billion for transportation, supports his top three transportation goals: safety on the roads, rails, and in the air, making communities livable and sustainable, and modernizing our infrastructure. Transportation spending would increase slightly from this year under the president's plan. However, Jack Basso, AASHTO's Director of Program Finance and Management, gives the proposal mixed reviews, in part because it reflects the administration's commitment to putting off rewriting the current multi-year surface transportation bill until next year.
There's good news and bad news in there. The good news is that that $78.8 billion pretty much represents a 1% increase over what the current highway transit, aviation, other infrastructure programs are. So it's good news that we're sustaining the level. Bad news is that we need a substantially increased investment, but the likelihood of getting to that without a new authorization bill seems not possible at the current time.
The White House budget includes $1 billion for high-speed rail, which builds on the $8 billion in stimulus grants awarded last week, and $4 billion would be spent to create a National Infrastructure Innovation Finance Fund, known by some as an infrastructure bank. The fund would invest in projects of regional or national significance, but beyond that, Basso says the fund's intent is still unclear.
Little detail is provided, and as I'll put a more altruistic spin on it. God's in the details as opposed to the devil, but the details are important. I think anything that will expand our ability to invest is important, but the thing to understand about that is what's proposed includes a significant component of grants, but also credit enhancements. Credit enhancements always require somebody to have a revenue stream to be able to pay the bill.
Meanwhile, concern continues to grow about the need to extend the current surface transportation legislation beyond February 28th. The Wall Street Journal reports that according to Obama's budget request, the Highway Trust Fund, the federal account that pays for most highway and transit construction programs, is expected to finish fiscal 2010 more than $1 billion short, and in fiscal 2011 roughly $11.6 billion in the hole. In other news, the 68th edition of the Washington Auto Show was held January 27th through the 31st. The event showcased more than 700 vehicles from over 42 domestic and import manufacturers, and a special 6,500 square foot exhibit called the Advanced Technology Superhighway, which displayed the latest technologies in safety, fuel economy, and alternative energy. Brian Verprauskas, Senior Manager in Corporate Planning for Nissan, says one of his company's cutting-edge vehicles will be on showroom floors soon.
And we're very, very excited about the potential of the electric vehicle. With all of the pressures on, as far as CO2 emissions, we really see electrification as the powertrain, as the end solution. Whether it be a fuel cell or whether it be a pure electric vehicle, we think that's the future, and that this is our first step toward that future.
That's the Transportation News Update. I'm Tony Dorsey reporting.